I made a Katie Sikorsky face. 180 weeks, I said, with my little Katie Sikorsky face. All right, so it's not really 180 weeks. It just feels like it's been 180 weeks, right? So welcome to your Sunday night Game Changers Naked Face evening. This could potentially be a theme. Why not? I know a bunch of you go to bed after this anyway, and I know I'm surely getting ready for bed after this, so hey, why not, right?
We could do charcoal face night too.
I know we could, and then we'll definitely, then we have to be super timely though, or though I guess we could paint it on like 10 minutes in, right? I mean, I personally wouldn't want to leave mine on that long. I'd dry up like a prune. Okay, all right. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy to see y'all. Okay.
Hey, everyone.
So, let's see. We are talking about, remember last week, we were talking about our money relationship and our strengths. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone would like to share on how you processed that for the week and what you discovered. Sorry. Did anyone use that information and process that information?
I'm going to run and grab my notes quick.
Great.
I don't come here.
Anyone? Anybody? Okay.
I shared it with other people and we talked about it that way.
Okay. And like with who and what? Can you explain?
I think of who I was talking with. Well, for one, I was talking with Dan because he heard me say his name, so he wanted to know what that was all about.
Uh-huh.
And then I think it was with Shanna and Lisa when we were meeting. We were talking about money and in general, why they should come on here. So, in that aspect. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll come back to that in a second. Somebody has some noise in the background. Some sort of scratching noise or something. Okay, so can you expand a little bit, Rhonda? Are you able to expand on that at all?
That was pretty much it.
Okay, does anyone need a review on what we talked about? Okay, and it's really important. Go ahead, Whitney, unmute.
I was just looking at my notes from last week, and it was, you had talked about asking somebody, like, what do you want to take home tonight? Gives them the power to say no, instead of assuming that they A, don't want to, B, don't have the money, all the things. And today I did a facial with some college-age kids. They're not kids, they're young women. And, we did the miracle set, and instead of assuming that they didn't have the money for this, I went through the whole thing, like a normal close. This is how much it costs. Here are your other choices. You might not be ready for anti-aging skincare now, but here's what I recommend. And I didn't make any assumptions. And I have one botanical repair or botanical regimen sent and another one probably being ordered tomorrow. So, instead of not giving them the choice to buy, I did it, which is great because my facial earlier in the week, I completely forgot. Forgot to ask.
That is awesome. I love that you did that because, first of all, you treated them like adults, which they are, right? And, you know, I know the old adage, poor college student, but in my experience, having been one and then having raised now 2 of them, kids have money for what's important to them, always. And a mother wants a college daughter to be happy and will oftentimes buy it for her. And then in addition to that, they're buying something from someone anyway. They might as well buy it from you. And chances are they're spend a lot less money with you anyway.
Yeah, one of the gals, her sister sells, now I'm blanking, Beauty Counter, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
And couldn't believe how much less expensive the Miracle Set was than the Beauty Counter stuff. And she's like, and this stuff is way better. Like, I don't even buy stuff for my sister because it's expensive. I can't afford it. I don't like what it does for my skin. And my whole family is going to be on this. And my sister's going to be out some money.
Great.
Right? That's kind of what I said.
Yeah. I love it. Anyone else want to share? We had Brave Whitney and Brave Rhonda. Steph.
I was telling Cece today, I did my first virtual facial with one of my good friends and clients from actually the clinic that I work at. And because she says she has very sensitive skin. So we did the samples of the Time-Wise Repair set for her. And I went through, like, okay, this is what it costs. I said, it's cheaper to buy the whole kit because you're saving almost $40 versus buying every single piece individually.
Yeah.
So she saved extra each out of the little sample bags, and we will talk again on Tuesday. And if she likes it, she's going to buy the whole set.
Yes. When she likes it.
Yeah.
Yes. That is awesome. And how did you feel empowered? I just led the witness. I just totally led the witness.
Yeah, she says, like, you did an awesome job, gave me all the information I needed to know. I showed her what extra comes in the packet, like all that stuff. So I was like, yes, it's like I got it across to what I was trying to do.
Fabulous. So you felt empowered and she felt empowered.
Yes, she was beaming ear to ear.
Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else want to add anything?
Okay. I had 2 facials this weekend, one with Miss Brandy, because we hadn't really done extensive amounts of facial. We did dash out the door, or we did hurry up, put this on and take it off and put more on. And so we decided that it was time for her to have a real pampering session. And then after I was finished with Miss Brandy, I contacted my friend in Texas, and she bought the Voluform set, the repair set, and had some more things that she wants to get, and is making her choices, and I'm allowing her to make her choices. And she felt so good because I didn't make her do anything. I didn't insist. I didn't get like huffy or anything, you know. You don't have to. It's like the product sells itself. And she had all samples to work with, and she said, yep, that's it. That's the one I want.
So you had sent her the products in advance, the samples in advance?
I didn't set I just sent samplers, not full-size product.
Yeah, I said samples. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
Oh, she had samples in advance, and then you did a FaceTime facial.
Yes.
Awesome.
And with the samples, I sent color cards, so she had the finishing look to put together.
Awesome. Awesome. So, we know Dory has a healthy relationship with clients and money, because $54,000 in sales says that, from the least pushy person I know. She just makes you want everything. She's just really good at it. Ash, did I see your hand up? Good job, Mom.
Thank you.
I just kind of wanted to put a plug out there. I was thinking about this. So, you know how you had talked last week about, you know, us not quote unquote judging or looking too far into, okay, does this person have money or do they not have money, to try to determine whether we're going to, I don't want to say push the product, but, you know, talk to them about the product. I was kind of also thinking on the other spectrum of it where, you know, if we do know that the individual might be of a more wealthy or, you know, you might know that they have more money than other people. Also making sure that we're not trying to push too much on those individuals either, and kind of keeping the money part out of it and more keeping it about the product and how well it works for everyone in general, no matter how much money they have.
Yep. Yep, that's awesome. And your own feelings about money can come into play then. When you're thinking too much about what you feel about money, then that comes into play. And that's where, that's where some of our strengths are working for us, and some of them are, some are working, sorry, I got interrupted. Some are working for us, and then some of your working for us. I'm not trying to say against us. I'm definitely not trying to say that. Yeah, here's what I'm trying to say. When you take the judgment out, when you're taking the judgment out of the thought, the sale, you know, you close the same way, you ask the same questions, whether she has money or no money, or hot dogs in the refrigerator, or, you know, just had filet mignon. She still wants to take care of her skin, and it's up to us to give her the right information and the right product, right? And then let her decide. Great job, Ash. Dawn, did you have your hand up?
The word that came to mind was that by doing that, we hold ourselves back, and we hold her back because we don't know what her potential is and what she really wants. Because when I started, had my recruiter known that I had just filed bankruptcy from a car accident, she probably wouldn't have even asked me to do a facial. And if she had just been after me for the money, she would have walked away with a sale for an oil mattifier, because that's what I could justify buying. But she didn't. And she was really open to things and worked with me. And that was over 17 years ago. And I've been a consultant ever since. Yeah. So we hold ourselves back and other people back when we make that judgment and that assumption.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I think you guys, this partly feeling that I'm getting and partly life experience, feeling that I'm getting, my own life, is that we need each other in real life really bad right now. And I'm really excited to be in person with many of you tomorrow night. And where I'm coming from with that is that many of you know my number one strength is woo, winning others over, and being really good at working that strength in person. Making people feel comfortable in person is my favorite thing to do. And I intentionally didn't say anything and let someone figure out who was going to talk next. When I was like, anyone, next, anyone. While you all sat there wondering if you were the one who was going to talk, or just hoping and praying someone else would raise their hand. I did that on purpose because that's what a coach does. Puts you in a situation where you have to grow. Andrea, did I see you?
You did. Kind of going back towards our original conversation around money and judgment and our strengths and whatnot, I think I see my empathy like playing into things with like the past week I had a couple in-person appointments, and I know both of the people and I know like their economic situation, and so it's like going into it I have this expectation of she's going to want everything I put on her face, but she's probably not going to buy everything I put on her face. So I try to strategize as to like, okay, like let's write down everything you want, and then now what do you want to take home with you? Mm-hmm. And each appointment yielded approximately $200, which let's just say I was very surprised by both of them. And what I'm finding, even in my own personal self, is I'm not going out and doing a lot of shopping and spending of money, whether it be at restaurants or stores or whatever. So like my outgoing is not as much as it was. And so that could very well be the case with other people. So when they have an opportunity to shop with us, they may very much spend more than they normally would. So that's just a couple observations that I made this week. And yeah.
Yeah, that's an excellent observation, Andrea. I'm so glad. First of all, I'm glad that you shared all that. Thank you. Thank you for that. And I think, gosh, man, you hit it right on the head. You allowed them to make the purchases. You gave them the strategy. You gave them the, here's what we can do, whatever. And you are right about people have not spent as much money going out because they haven't been able to. So if you think people don't have money, that's gonna change your approach in the first place, right?
Right.
And if you judge what you think she's gonna do with her money, maybe more than anything, she's been waiting for that appointment with Andrea. And maybe she told her husband, neighbor, friend, daughter, sister, I can't wait to go see Andrea. I'm spending all my money with Andrea because I need to spend my money. Or, I've been waiting to spend my money with my friend, Andrea, because she's going to make me look and feel great. And I'm not going out to a restaurant or whatever. Right? Yeah. To assume people don't have expendable income is to make an assumption on other people. And that's not fair. That's not fair to do as a business owner, because other businesses are not assuming people don't have money. Other businesses just assume people have money. Okay. Now we also put care in that, right? You saw my huge long post about the 3 people that I met with. I didn't judge their financial situation at all. One's retired and doesn't work anymore and is going for surgery. The attorney is flourishing right now because she's an estate planning attorney mostly, and everyone has time to meet right now with their estate planning attorney because they're home. Okay. And then the third one was a financial planner. And guess what? She said they're busier than they've ever been because people are home because they can't say they're too busy to meet with their financial planner anymore. So yeah, if I think you guys, just about the time we think we have this whole temporary circumstances figured out, it just throws us for another loop, right? And I'm fascinated in learning how other jobs, other people, other communities, all kinds of people are working right now, and how they're functioning and how their family's doing and how their particular industry is doing. I find it fascinating. And the more I learn, the more people I talk to, the more I look at your faces, I know that, where are we? How many months in are we? 6 months?
Yeah.
6 months in?
Yeah, almost exactly.
Okay, so how could we have known, right? Like where we were going to be in the last 6 months? And something I would really encourage you guys to share with people that I have been sharing with absolutely anyone who will listen to me is that I could not have known how well we were going to do. And that's not necessarily a conversation. That's not necessarily a Strength Finders comment. Okay. That is a general comment that you guys can use and a strategy that you guys can use. And I would encourage you to use it where your top strength lies. If your top strength is empathy, harmony, where are the other ones who have those like that? We've got empathy and harmony with Jenny, Andrea, Maggie, Katie. Give me some that kind of go along with that empathy and harmony. What else is there? Oh, individualization is CC. I know some of you have that too. Responsibility can sometimes fall in this category. It's knowing that since you know how well our company has done, and you know we have God's favor, and you know we live faith first, family second, career third, and you know we have the best products for people out there, and you know that other companies don't have a fall line, you know other companies don't have a holiday line, you know other companies can't offer sampling, right? You know you have a relationship with these people. All of these good feelings that you have with those strengths, use those with people to let them know, hey, we couldn't have known our company was going to do so well. And you know why I can confidently say that as an empath? Because our company is based on the golden rule. Our company is based on do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Our company is based on faith first. That's why I can confidently tell you that you can do business with us because we're going to take care of you. Okay, empath and harmony and ideation and individualization. You feeling me there? Okay, great. Then I used my communication strength to impart that to all of you, and you understood what I was saying. Great. Okay, fabulous. Okay, it's about 8:22. So I am wondering, before I share my last thing, I would like to know if there is a question that you guys have that you are thinking about with either your strengths, what strength is working for you well right now, what strength is not being a good friend that you need to just put aside for a little bit while you're pulling out some other ones. What strength is, like, what's your favorite one right now? Like, what's really working for you right now? Because we all have them. Andrea.
Connectedness. Very difficult to say. Connectedness. That one is my number 4. And it says, people with this theme have faith in the links among all things. They believe that there are few coincidences and that almost every event has meaning. I think it's more that just the climate of the world that one has caught my attention. And having a phone conversation with my aunt in Myrtle Beach today, who is really struggling and has been struggling, you know, with the whole thing this year, just having a very rough year. And so it's like, you know, listening to her and then realizing my own feelings about life in general, like I really feel like that has been serving me well through this. And I didn't realize it, I think, until I had that conversation with my aunt. You know, kind of like this is just all, I don't know, like this isn't, how do I say it? There's meaning and purpose in all of this happening. And it's not like the world is spiraling out of control, because we know that there is one who is controlling everything.
Yep.
And so I just really think that coupled with my belief strength, which is my number 5, I think I feel like there's a strong foundation for me, which keeps me just full of hope and keeps me going. And like, you guys, we're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. Pivot. Yes. Think a new thought, learn new things. Not that it makes it easy. And I know a lot of people have really hard times going, harder than I experienced. So I don't want to, belittle that, but so yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with money necessarily.
That's all right. No, that's all right. Yeah. That was great.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I really love and hear that you are really embracing your talents. And I love that, because when you truly, truly embrace your God-given talents and really understand Strength Finders, you're unstoppable. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mom.
Did it work?
Yep.
Okay. My strength has futuristic. It's always in the balcony. It's always in the balcony. I always see something better. I always see where we can go. Watching Cece create her unit and get 2 cars so quickly has made me realize that this company, this unit, this Courage Nation, all need new people. And thank you, Brandy, for becoming one of my new people. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
Got another one? Okay. So I have seen I look at what I have, what I can do, who can I talk to next. My friend in Texas is probably never going to sign up, but she would if she wanted to, but she probably doesn't want to, because that's kind of what's coming across to me. But I can still talk to her. And I have a lot of other people that I just haven't convinced to come to something. And everybody right now is just a little bit afraid of, am I going to get sick? Am I going to make somebody sick? And all this, it's frustrating for me, because that's the thing that I don't want to look at. I don't want to look at what's holding me back. I want to see what I can break so I can go. And that's what I've been working on, is becoming bigger and better for Mary Kay.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's be mindful of not using the word everybody, because everybody is not afraid.
Right. They're not.
No. Most of us are living in faith.
Yes.
Anyone in Courage Nation is most assuredly living in faith.
Right.
Yeah. Is that Whitney? Do you have your? Okay. It was just a pen. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's great. Okay. All right. So it's about 8:29, and I am wondering, is there something in particular that you guys know that you want to work on for the next week, or a question that you might have, like something that we can share with each other that we can work on for the week? I know we've got some new people on here that just simply need to take the Strength Finders, so that'll be exciting right there. Those of you with new team members, encourage them to do it and join us as well. Okay, here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. I want you to write your top 5 on a little Post-it, and I want you to carry it around with you. Okay, don't just type it into your phone in your notes. I want you to have a physical piece of paper these 5 right here are Ashley's. And I knew Ashley and I had some of the same top ones. And Ashley's regular job uses her top 5. Her top 5 are futuristic, includer, maximizer, achiever, and ideation. Her top 5 are used in her career often. And so I had a conversation with Ashley. What day was it? Monday? No.
I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday, right after
Yeah,
our
Monday.
Celebrate and Connect. Yep.
Holy man, that was 6 days ago already?
Yep.
Jeez. Okay. And Ashley and I had a great conversation. We had some things that she's gonna, people she's gonna reach out to and so forth. And so I had this on my desk all week long. So I've been thinking about Ashley all week long and how to talk to her with her strengths. So I think some of us need to learn our strengths just a little bit more and make sure that you know what is the balcony of your strengths and what might be the basement right now. And if you just can't really pull something out of the basement right now, then don't. Just focus on some of your strengths that are actually working for you right now, that are being a good friend to you, that you can. And then give yourself some grace, you guys. Just plain old give yourself some grace. I felt so yucky yesterday. I felt not really well for about a week. And I just couldn't shake it. And Terry and I took a walk last night, and now Terry's always hot, mind you. So like shorts and a t-shirt are like, he'll wear that 9-10 months out of the year. But I had my winter coat on and gloves yesterday. Like, we're taking a walk and I'm wearing that. I'm like, he's like, you don't feel good. You look at you. You're wearing a winter coat and gloves. I'm like, yeah, I guess I don't feel great. So I woke up this morning. I felt so much better, but that was clouding me like for the week, right? And so I couldn't use Woo. I wasn't going very many places. I had my customers and I did great with the 3 of them, but just overall, you guys, I just didn't feel the greatest. And so I couldn't use Woo. I didn't feel good. So Woo doesn't work to win others over and make people feel good in your space if you can't really be in very many people's space and you don't feel good. So I put that one aside and I gave myself some grace that I couldn't use it and that I just wasn't feeling the greatest, and was like, yeah, just every day is not going to be amazing all the time. It's faithful and it's God's day, but it doesn't mean we're just going to feel amazing 100% of the time. It's okay. It's okay. If we're 6 months in now, well, we know we're on the way out. We know we are on the way out. We're on the way out. Are you hearing me? We're on the way out. Okay. So how about for the week, you get yourself a little Post-it. You put those top 5 on that Post-it, put it on your phone, like stick it right to your phone and check yourself and make sure you can see, is this working for me right now? What one is working for me right now? And then next week, when we come back together, we'll see, first of all, if you did that, and then what one was working for you for the week, maybe what one you need to set aside. And let's just know that our circumstances are still temporary, okay? And we're gonna get through this.
I think that's great, Lisa. I just wanna comment real quick that, awareness and, continual awareness of these things is monumental. So I think that is great. We should have a Post-it note in our car, on our mirror in our bathroom, like everywhere.
Yes. 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 Put them everywhere. I have them several places throughout my house. Do it. Okay? Sound good? All right. I know I'll see many of you tomorrow night in real life. Hugs are optional. I will always take them. They are an optional. They are not a requirement. They are simply an option. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.